This is the FitPAWS donut, and this is an alternative for smaller dogs and for puppies rather than the egg or the peanuts. When inflated, it should be approximately 12 inches high, and it does have two sides, one with a flat side and one with little nubbies up on top. Little nubbies up on top, that's where we're going to start with the dog, gives them a little bit more of a grip, so they're able to hold on to it a little bit better with their paws. When the dog is up on top of this, they should be able to stand squarely. So we don't want to take a large dog and put them on this and cause any back problems or issues. So again, it's wonderful for small dogs and also for puppies to work on core conditioning, body awareness, hind end and forelimb awareness. So the first thing we're going to do is introduce the dog to the donut. So we'll encourage her to come on up. Good job. And once she's comfortable with that, we'll give her the command. Come on. And we'll help her up. And we'll stabilize it and we'll get her into either a standing position or a down position. And she's pretty comfortable with a standing position. And we'll begin by doing some bouncing. And you can see she will go right into a sitting position, which is fine. And when she is up in a standing position, notice that she's standing squarely. Her back isn't in a hunched over position or a roached position. So if she were too big for this, her back would be arched. But this is a perfect size for her. So we'll get her up and standing and we'll start to do some weight shifting exercises. So I'm going to shift her from side to side. And you notice the donut shaking a little bit as she's trying to stabilize herself. So we'll shift her from side to side. And the nubby, she's able to grip onto that. And I'm also going to move her back and forth. And you can watch as she goes back and forth, just what her legs do. And she's getting a little tired, so we'll let her sit and we'll let her take a break. And even while she's sitting, she thinks she's taking a break, but she's really not because we're shifting her from side to side. And so she's still working here. Good job. Good girl. We'll have her go back and forth and I'll ask her to stand again. And while she's up here, I'm going to just challenge her a little bit by lifting one limb and the other limb. All the time you can hold on to the vest, make sure you've got her securely. Good job. Good girl. And she's getting tired, so I'm going to have her sit for a little bit. And Kathy's just moving her head around, which is also challenging her. And we want this to be positive. We don't want any component of it to be negative. Good job. And shifting her head side to side, that's challenging her balance. Good. Even if your dog is too large to get all 4 feet up on the donut, you can still use the donut with a medium dog or a large dog for strengthening its rear end. This is very appropriate for a dog with hind end weakness, say with canine hip dysplasia, recovering from cruciate disease, has bad knees or bad ankles or hocks. It's very beneficial. And what you'll do is invite the dog to put its front 2 feet up onto the donut. So have them come up. Miles, come on and step up. Make sure it's secure and have them stand up. There we go. You can hold on to with the harness. But while they're standing up here, so you've got his front 2 feet on and his rear is on the back, and I can have him do various weight shifting exercises. He can do little puppy push-ups, so he can come down and up all the time, putting weight onto the rear legs. And again, this is great with a dog that has a weak rear end for whatever reason. It's also very safe. When the dog has had enough, they'll just step off. So you don't have to worry about hurting the dog as long as you don't push them too much. You want to be aware of when your dog is starting to fatigue. Some of the signs that you may see are excessive panting, so your dog starts to pant excessively. Some other things are loss of concentration. The dog is having difficulty doing what you're asking them to do. Some other signs include just lying down on the piece of equipment. They may want to get off the equipment. So when they start to show these signs of fatigue, it's time to start cooling down and asking them to get off the equipment. You don't want to push them beyond this.